Hey, Maggie Kirkland here. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the best lighting for your videos when you're recording in your home studio. So oftentimes in your home studio, you probably just have one little nook in a corner of your home that is just where you can record videos and you don't really have a lot of options. So we're going to kind of talk through how to best light up your videos if that's the scenario you're working with. In this demonstration, Lacey's working in just a small corner of a spare room. So she has this huge window, she has a desk right here, and she has one softbox. So ideally when you're doing videos at home, even if you're just using your iPhone, you're going to have one softbox that you can use to light up your videos in the best way possible. What I'm going to do to start here is we're going to close the blinds because we don't want Lacey to be side lit, which is often what people will do when they're just using the natural lighting coming in from outside. So currently the blinds are open, and as you can see, it's pretty harsh lighting coming in from outside, and half of her face is going to be really bright and the other half is going to be really shadowed. And what you're going to be looking for is a nice even light on the face. So having that side lighting from outside is not good. It's also going to be inconsistent if, say, clouds are rolling through, or maybe you're recording over the course of several hours and the light is going to be changing outside. So you're not going to want your video to have inconsistent lighting. So step one is going to be to close those blinds. You actually want to get rid of a lot of that natural lighting. The biggest question now is going to be, where do we place that softbox for the best lighting on her face? So never go below the face. So here's a demonstration of what I would call campfire lighting, when you put the light way too far below the face, or even just slightly below the face, and it starts to create really unflattering shadows and it's coming up from below, and that's just not good on anybody. So don't do that. The next thing I'm going to show here is demonstrating essentially what the window is doing outside, which is side lighting. You don't want your light source to be off to the side, like how the window is creating light from coming in from one side, which half of the face is going to be too bright and the other half of the face is going to be too dark. So you don't want that. You don't want harsh shadows. You don't want too much contrast. The next demonstration here, I'm going to put the light up way too high. So this is going to be almost above Lacey entirely. That is not good lighting. It's often actually lighting that we get either during the middle of the day, noon outside when the sun is high in the sky, or this is the type of lighting scenario that you're going to see indoors when lights are up above you. This type of lighting isn't that great because it actually casts a lot of shadows in the eyes, and also it doesn't light up the face evenly, which is what we're looking for. So what I'm going to show you here is the most ideal place to place the lighting, which is going to be at about a 30 to 45 degree angle above between the camera, which is at 0, and about 45 degrees, which is halfway between being right above your head and right in front of your face. And here you can see how Lacey's face gets lit up so well when it's about a 45 degree angle above her. It's really even lighting, there's not a lot of harsh shadows, and you can see all of the beautiful features on her face, which is what you want to see in your videos. Let's compare all of those side by side so you can really tell how the last one is the best option for lighting up your home studio. The first one was when she was being lit by all natural lighting. There's no softbox being used and it's coming in from the side from a window. You can see that on the left side of her face, it's too bright. There's some parts of her that just become pure white. And then on the right side of her face, it's too dark. You can really see this is too dark when you start to look at her eyes. On the left side of her face, you can see the whites of her eyes, and on the right side of her face, it's too dark. You can't really see the whites of her eyes. You can't see a sparkle there, which you do want to see. Here's the second one where she was lit from below. This just isn't flattering on anybody. It creates shadows that we don't want to see. It emphasizes features on our face that we don't really want to emphasize. And here's another example of being side lit. This is when we use the softbox to side light her. Remember, but this is from the other side. So the right side of her face is now too bright and the left side of her face is too dark. Again, you want an even light across the whole face. That's going to be the most flattering on everybody. The fourth one was when we put the light too high above her. So that's at almost a 90-degree angle right above her head. And you can see that the whites of her eyes kind of disappear. She doesn't really have a sparkle or white in her eyes. And it also casts some shadows on her teeth, so her smile isn't as bright as it could be. Now here's that final option, that 30 to 45 degree angle from above the camera, and you can see how her whole face is evenly lit. There's no shadows except for right below her chin, but her whole face is well lit and evenly lit, and you can see her eyes are nice and bright. You can see a sparkle in the eyes. You can also see that her smile is the brightest in this photo. So that is why this angle is the most flattering and best angle you should use when lighting up your home studio. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe here for more videos just like this on how to take better photos and videos on your own, or go to maggiekirkland.com for even more resources.